Hi guys, welcome to another quick guidance video. In this video, I will talk about how do you prepare your resume. So initially I had a video where I talked about the different sections of your CV, what all you should write and why it is important. The basic crux is that your resume is important because it is the first point of touch with a new company. So whether you are applying from a college, whether you are applying laterally, a resume is the first thing which people will see when they want to know about you. So it has to be impactful. It has to show anything, any skills, any traits, any strengths that you have. So you need to showcase them well in your own resume. So today what I'll do, I'll just give a bit of example from my own CV so that you guys can prepare your resumes well, and that should overall help you with any kind of job search, job hunt. Okay. So let's just get started with that. Okay, so this is basically starting at the top. You just start with the overall education. What are the different degrees, etc., that you have done? Over here, you can write your own scores and then give any kind of specific achievement you had in that particular degree or course. And then comes the year. Then coming to scholastic achievements, many people club this with education because after college, this education sector does not mean too much. So you can remove a few sentences from here and automatically club it with the scholastic. So coming to scholastic, then I'll just give out what are the different achievements that we could have, etc., along with the years. Now the major thing to see over here is that one, try to keep all the sentences to almost full length of the space. Okay, do not leave out a lot of space because that does not look neat. Secondly, try to have the major achievement, the major point that you want the resume filterer to read. Try to keep that up front and bold it also, because a lot of people who shortlist resumes, they just like give 30 seconds or 1 minute to a particular CV. So you have to ensure that whatever information you want to give, you have to keep it like at least bolded enough. Okay. So, for example, like in NTSC scholarship, I have bolded it up front so people know that I was a scholar. And then, just in details, I have given some details that it is given to so many students, etc., etc. Even if this selected through three tier process was not very important, I have written it so that my resume looks neat because it completes the entire sentence. Okay. So just ensure you do that. Again, I have just bucketed it into highlights and awards because I want people to definitely read these three. And then maybe they can, just glance through the rest. Anyone can, you can just distribute it in maybe certifications, scholarships, projects, etc., etc. So try to bucket. The major idea is that in one bucket, you should not have more than 4, 5, maximum 6-ish lines. Because if there's like just one bucket going on and on and on, then people will lose interest after 3 or 4 points. Okay. Then coming to professional experience, over here, I've just removed a lot of details because that is confidential. But the overall idea is that you need to show what is the final result that you got. Okay. For example, I've written that we realized 90% time saving. Now that is a final output that I have got. And how did I do that? That by automating monitoring of 25 data sets, etc., etc. So when you like take out the final result that you have got, then you can give how did you get it, what was your learning through that time, etc., etc. Again, ensure that the bucketing is there. As you can see, I have like 4, 3, 2, 2 points in each of the bucket, because I assume that people will read at least 1 or 2 points in every bucket, so they will know more about me as I bucket it properly. Again, do not just have one single sentences in a bucket, because then the resume looks very, it's like really cluttered, and that is not something which is preferred. Okay. Similarly, I've just written my internships as well. A lot of people just club the professional experience and internships, and that is also completely fine. And this is a one-page resume for someone like me who has just come out of the MBA college. Someone with experience of say 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 years, they can have a 1.5 page resume as well. Just try to have a maximum of 2 pages, because post that, then we do not try to keep things concise, and then it becomes a little bit too elaborate. Okay. Then moving on to extracurricular activities. Over here, like, okay, so I have written things like, I've bolded things like global finals or national winner. Even in Quora, I have written the major stats that I have, which I want to showcase. So these are the different ways that you just show your resume. Just try to use like good words and try to use significant and different words at the starting. For example, I've used received, authored, formulated, and over here I've just written whatever title we won. Okay, then coming on to position of responsibilities. So over here, I've just written the different clubs and cells I was part of. Okay, so anything you were part of, your school, your college, your job, anywhere where you maybe held an event, maybe just organized something, coordinated something, you can write that. And the major way to write it is like led a team of so many people to do something. Okay, so like led team of XYZ people to hold an event for 1500 people. That could be one sentence that you can use here. So this is the major crux. The idea is, like you can see in my resume, it looks like, you know, all the sentences end at the and at similar points. I have dates written in the same format. A lot of people lose out on format also, because if your resume is written haphazardly, then the amount of attention, the amount of the point is that the way your CV looks also from the first glance, that should also be beautiful. So that is another point that I just want to bring out. And apart from that, in the end, of course, I just have something like my hobbies and interests, and then just given your connection information. Okay. So this is just something which I shared with you. I hope that just take it as a guidance. This is obviously not the best way to write things, but this way has kind of, worked for me and a lot of people in my colleges. So this is one way, you can prepare your resume. The only point is that if you feel that you do not have points, you do not have major things to write, etc., just try to write everything that you have done or achieved since the start of your life. Okay, when you start writing that, when you go into that thought process, you will identify a lot of new things that you did not remember earlier. Okay, and then just put all these points in different buckets, like I talked about. Put these points in the 4 major sections of scholastic, work experience, extracurriculars, and position of responsibilities. Once you have done that, write those points in proper sentence format, like I have shown you in the resume. And once that is done, then you will be able to identify that I can maybe club these 2 points. This looks very strong, etc., etc. Okay. And apart from this, there's also this point that suppose you are applying for uh, for some finance job, okay, and you have some internship which is in finance. So over there you can reorder things. You can put that internship at the top so that they see that your resume is more relevant to the job opening that they have open. Okay. So these are the different things that you need to do. Almost everyone has to prepare a resume at least once in their lives. So I hope that this will be helpful to you. Just let me know if you want me to cover something else. I can probably make another video detailing more about the power words or things like that. So just let me know if there's anything more you want to know about. Also, if you feel anyone who is looking for a job or who is looking to maybe apply soon, etc., just let them know about this video so they can also get some help through it. Okay, guys, so that is kind of all from my side. Thank you. Bye-bye.